Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello Sagittarius, finally I've got to your video, so welcome to my YouTube channel and or to my Facebook page if you've come across this video on Facebook. First of all, as always, I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed and or followed and liked my Facebook page, so really big thank you for that. And I just didn't want to encourage those of you who haven't done that to do that now or at the end of the video. So the other thing I want to say is thank you to those of you who have been making donations to to me for the videos. I do appreciate that, and on my YouTube channel, so that's really cool, so thank you. The other thing is just a reminder that these reads are the messages that come through from them are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So as always, just take what does and leave what doesn't. On the other side of that, though, it may be more of a a forecast for you, which is why it's not quite fitting into place at the moment for you. And if it, or maybe not. So, I mean, if that's the case, then what I do suggest is that you check out one of the your other signs to see, just to see if that makes more sense for you, and or just give you an overall encompassing reading, that may encompass everything that's following you. So that's following you. Okay, that's interesting. That is happening around you, or that resonates with you. Okay. So the other thing is, what am I going to say? So this read is for Sagittarius. So Sagittarius may be in your Monday. Oh my God, there's something going on in your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign. So if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a free calculator in there, and it will work it out for you. Okay, so today I am using my trusty Starman Tarot deck. I just love this deck to bits. There's a lot of beautiful literature in there. A lot of I want to say literature, so I don't know why I'm saying that. There are a lot of beautiful phrases in there and affirmations and the way these messages are brought about. And then the other card deck that I'm going to pull from today is the Sacred Earth deck. So because I'm still connecting, learning about what these beautiful messages are in this deck and the way that they've worded them and the affirmations, I can't remember all I haven't learned all the affirmations off by heart. So what I've done is, for the meantime, is to shuffle them, and I don't pull cards out, as you know. I wait for something to drop out or to flick out from the shuffling. So we have 7 cards today that have come out for you, and the first card that's come out is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, so she is an earth sign, earth, so there's something to do with grounding, what I'm getting first off with you, but she's a lover of nature, and of this great land of ours. Okay, whatever country you are from, it's and she also has a love of luxury. So the Queen, she represents practical and material. Represents the practical and materialistic. Okay, so she has a great, passionate protector, nourisher, and a sustainer of the natural world sort of energy, okay, because of this earthliness about her. So there may be something for you in there, and and maybe getting in touch with yourself and earthing yourself, grounding yourself. So what I'm just feeling like something, because I'm just being drawn to what the word following came through. So gosh, there's a lot of energy around it. It's like somebody, I think there's, and I'm just asking them to step back a little bit. So something or maybe around you that's creating a little bit of chaos, you could say, around you. It's partially to do with this moon energy, because we are in a full moon today here in New Zealand. And it's coming up to its peak too. So I'm recording this at 1:15. And the pink, where are we up to? 10:05 a.m. this morning. Okay, so, okay, I just, interesting. I've just taken notice of that now. I can understand now why things were happening around 10 o'clock this morning now. So anyway, so this is, so there may be some things that are happening around you, which even like this week may have, in a way, like your energy may have lifted and it may have been more reserved, this week or coming up in, these last few days especially. And you may have found yourself kind of like in a slow-mo position and, sort of phase or movement at the moment. So it's like there may be a lot of contemplation. So some of you may have taken your, may have taken off to Never Never Land, gone out into the cosmos, and that's so come back here because you're living here. So it's okay to go out there, but not stay up there for too long. So because it can become a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit like disorientating to when we're out there. So it's like, excuse me, something may not be fitting right with you, because I've got my dragon's blood on today, pendant on today, so it's kind of been swapping them around a lot more lately. So anyway, this one here, just FYI by the way, so anyway, she talks about that. So there may be something, something around you that's happening that to help you find these, because she's known for, her resourceful solutions and sorting out things. So this is where they're talking about grounding and going back out into the natural world, something that, not all of us love or all of you love, but some of you may actually have an earth sign, and it may be in your chart. So it may be that would be a good thing for you. So I'm just seeing like the roots in there, so grounding, coming and connecting also with the higher source as well. And the star, oh, that's interesting. I never noticed that star until before. Okay, before until now. So there she is there. So she is like the first card that's come out. So I kind of feel like there's probably a lot of that going on, or some of that going on for a lot of yous. So grounding and keeping your energy here, keeping, yourself, connected to Mother Earth. And there may be an earth sign or a Queen of Pentacles energy that may enter your life that brings through these sorts of qualities and, reminds you about you bringing this into your life more. Again, for some of yous, and maybe a little bit more foreign to others of you. So, but it's, maybe worth connecting with that. So she also talks, it may also be, this may be something like with her coming up, something for you to pay attention to, taking care of your own, physical needs, and allow yourself to indulge in your sensual wants, and not just like sexual sensual wants, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. But sensual wants is like taking notice of, with all your senses, your sixth senses, as in going out and doing something, to lift your energy, lift your vibration. It may be creatively exploring your artistic side that, is one of your senses that you're awakening, as well as, gardening is another one, or, whatever it is. It may be mowing the lawns, maybe not so much into gardening. You know what I mean? So it's like, or painting or doing something to spark up all your senses. So it may be, because I'm just seeing like, going to the markets, and there's usually lots of, amazing food smells from different cultures, that smelling is like, or visiting, going to a market where there is, more cultural smells and tastes of food and things like that, that diversity and products or whatever it is. So and maybe it's exploring different things. So that's kind of where they're going. So with that one, the next two cards that came out is the Princess of Cups and the Alien. So the Alien in this deck is the same as the Hermit. Okay, so the Princess of Cups is in reverse, and she's in reverse. She talks about there may be some sort of a loss of sensitivity, or through devastation or heartbreak that you may be recovering from. So they're talking about getting into that, using and something creative, you know. You may want to endeavor into learning something new, going back to this creative one here, what they're talking about there, to help you, you know, recover from that. Lift your, you know, find that spark within you and lift that out of you. So whatever it is, so it may be, you know, something that there have been lots of changes in your life in one way or other, and you're just wondering what the hell, you know, what the hell is, you know, this life all about, through everything that's going on there. But it's like, you know what, you know, there's that resilience that we all have within us. So it's tapping into that and finding ways to bring yourself back. So in, you know, with the Princess of Cups, as well, the theme, if it was in the right way, found out the right way, or up the right way, which I'm going to turn it around, it's, you know, I offer you artistic beauty. So that's what she's all about. So she's sensitive. She is a sensitive one. She's intuitive. She's perceptive, and profoundly spiritual. So there are, you know, and with her coming through, pretty much signals there is an opportunity to refine and develop your inner intuition and creative talent. So, you know, so just going back to that, you know, like in reverse, it's like turning it around the right way. There's something that she brings. So, you know, to tap into that side of you. And if you're not really tapped into that side of you, then, you know, maybe it's time to tap into that side of you. So the alien talks about going within and calling on spirit to illuminate the path, okay? So this may mean, you know, when the hermit comes on, there's usually a deep journey within our psyche, and we need to sit down with ourselves and contemplate how, you know, how, what, why our existence is, and the meaning of life, or about existence, not just ours, but what does existence mean in this lifetime for you, for, you know, and maybe as a collective. It's just, but mainly centered around ourselves. So it requires some patience and, you know, some patience and prudence within our, you know, within our lives. And there may be some, and looking for practical, you know, well, was it practical solutions? I'm not sure. Maybe for you it is, but it's just, you know, getting in touch with, you know, ourselves basically. So the other side of that is with the alien, it's, you know, it's a time of retreat. And it's time to come out of that retreat now, and it's time to come and share your insights and bear your gifts, is what the reverse of this card means. So I'm turning it up the right way because it is time to come out and share whatever it is that you need to share with, you know, with others, with the world. But it's like really, you know, sharing can also be is like coming out and being yourself, you know, with whatever it is that you've learned. And it's not so much going out there always and teaching it, because it's our actions, and, you know, how we choose to respond to things around us, you know, through our actions, through our speech, and, you know, through the changes that we make that have, you know, that like might be the change of food that you eat. It may be that you know, you shift with that, or the way that you move your body through exercise or something like that. And these goals and different goals and aspirations, and, you know, this hope that comes out of you, in either more, or it may be something new, or whatever it is is sharing that out to the world. So yeah, so this is about letting yourself and walking your walk and talking your talk with whatever you've learned along the way, and more, whatever it is, sharing it. So then we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords talks about, you know, I adventure into the great unknown, which is interesting because it follows on from this. So it's like, whether it is a career, a relationship of some sort, you know, whether it be, you know, a marital one, or a friendship, or something to do with family, whether you're stepping up or stepping out, changing things, doing whatever it is. It's like there's some sort of movement in here. And it could be like there may be, you know, which brings about this curiosity to explore and discover and grow. And you may feel this drive to experience different things and that from what you already know. And so that's how we learn and how we grow, which kind of goes back to this beginning of this, you know, the session today, the beginning of with the Queen of Pentacles, is looking at all that. So the Six of Swords is encouraging that. So it also talks about, like in the other deck that I use, is, you know, there's a move away from strife. You know, and it's finding, you know, about finding an agreeable solution to some problems or differences, indifference, and or differences that are whether you're at the moment, so, or in the past, that and you may be feeling burdened with these responsibilities, but it's, you know, knowing that there is a calm after the storm, and that, you know, on the other side of the water or the other side of the bridge or whatever it is that you know, how you see that. But I guess you know, that's knowing that this will pass. This too shall pass. It's just going to take some time, patience, prudence, and understanding as well, from within and without of you. Okay, so that's with the Six of Swords. So it's like, yeah, pretty cool. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles. You know, because you're getting out of your head, you're moving away from this with the swords. It's about, you know, asserting your power, communicating your ideas, making decisions and that sort of thing. And you know, getting on top of your thoughts and your words and the actions that you take. So then we have, which leads you towards this Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, you know, this is about, you know, I give a wealth of seeding ideas, and so there's a future sustained with, you know, through passing on knowledge, basically, to thrive. So in the other deck that I have, there is a family with the king and the queen, with children around, and there's all this abundance there. But this one here is, you know, this is the same sort of thing, but it's like, you know, going in there and realizing that actually, you know, this is there. This is, you know, where you're heading to with this abundance in that sense. So there's like a new beginning. There's something like a transition in understanding and passing on that information. So, and moving into the next phase of your next phase, whatever that may be. How exciting is that? So there is that. And then, and it's kind of like, so I do feel like, you know, there's something coming together for you. So you know, totally understand, like there's that part of that journey. You know, with the Pentacles, it's not just about the money side of things. It's about the energy, the exchange of energy, you know, giving and receiving in that sense as well. So my hands, you know, are moving in this, like, you know, infinity sign. There's a cycle that goes around, and it's like this energy meets in the middle here where there is a bit of balance, or that exchange of energy that flows around. So bringing about this balance. Cool. Okay, that was an interesting way of explaining that. So then we have the last two cards, the Lovers. So the Lovers is really about, you know, choice. Choice. And, you know, lovers and choices. Not, well, okay, there's two sides to this. So in this deck, it's you know, I am the gateway to divine love. So it's being in that space, you know, that you emanate love, you give and you receive love, you know, you put it out there. It's that sort of energy where I'm coming, you know, where they're coming from. So this is about being, you know, living, being, breathing, eating, breathing, love, peace, harmony, joy. But the main three words that come up from, you know, from these books is, you know, love and harmony and union. And it's being, you know, clear about your making choices as well, and clear about your needs and expectations, okay? Not just from a romantic love situation, so, but it may be something that's shifting within your romantic love situation, or your marriage, or it may be, you may be taking you may be in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and or even you know, fiance one, or even a marriage, wherever that is for you. There's some changes with some of you, and some of you it may be within the marriage, or either one of those ones where you may be the one that's seeing, sensing something different or a shift within you, but also within it. So, and there may be some decisions or choices that are needing to be made in there for you as well. But it's being in that love-based energy is where the where they're coming from with us at this point anyway. So, and it's when, when there is choice, when we're making it's about choice as well as the lovers, but it's like bringing about balance as well. And sometimes when we're making these choices, when we're weighing it up, you can see the advantages and the disadvantages, but I feel like there's, where are they going with that? Well, with any relationship, whether it be family or friend or not, there's, we're not all going to think exactly the same. So, or, there are things that, another person can bring out of us, and vice versa. So there's, depending on how you look at that, disadvantages or advantages, but they're talking about bringing about that balance. So this is about, a new learning and growth, basically. Within a relationship, and there could be a lover's one as well. And sometimes, yes, it is time to move or shift from a relationship because because of outgrowing it, and that's just the way things go. But I feel like it's like it comes down to choice, basically. In that sense, and I'm hearing and weighing things up, but not weighing things up to the point to where they're talking about where it's weighing it up free of limiting belief patterns. So it's making sure what you know that what you know is coming from this heart-based space, and that that it's not on a whim, or what I mean, or that sort of thing. So it's obviously if there is if it is, obviously if there's something destructive is what I'm hearing going on in a relationship, you're going to make a decision that's different from if there's something that's not going on, like that. So anyway, the star comes out. It suggests, rejuvenation, inspiration, and energy shifts, which make life, they bring about that feeling of making life feel like it's worth living, basically. And that's and what I'm hearing in goals, that are to aim for. So what I'm hearing is about, with that, it's like going into that space with these two cards. It's like they are high energy. It kind of feels like a little bit like but it's like going in there and really having a wee think about it. But it's like going in with that hope and that inspiration. So it may be that with this, this star card, she's asking you to go to, when that energy comes, to utilize it to the best of your ability, because she brings that around, or he brings that around. The star energy brings this around for you to create the shift that you need to create. So she says, I beam your light. So just knowing that the celestial realms and guides, are helping you through the chaos of life, illuminating the path of your dreams, and letting you know that actually, and reminding you that you have the knowledge within, and through the different life experience that you've been through, and that you've basically hard won esteem that you have, to bring it all together. So to live life on your own terms and shine your light, and inspiration brightly, and showing others, leading the way, basically. So. But this is where she's, that like following the star. She's there to, follow the star, basically. She's there to help you to move through that. So, and on the other side of that, the lovers, you know, to lift that energy, whatever it is. There's something going on with the lovers as well. And it's not just all dismal as well. It could be, you know, you leave this relationship on really, really nice terms, but it's good terms because you both feel that you know that you've outgrown each other and moving into another space. And it's with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Either way, there's that encouragement to think about that. But it may be that you're going into a relationship, you know, as well. So either way, there's lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy. But it's really, these two cards, I feel like, is like, you know, at the end of the day, it's about loving yourself and making those decisions about where you want to go with you with a love-based perspective. Okay, and energy behind it, whatever it is. So it's not all just about departing. It's about some of things. So for some of you, it's a union. It's coming together with love and harmony. Either way, and it maybe the union is with yourself. You know, by honoring yourself, preservation. So this is, you know, there, preservation. Look at her, the world. It's like she's pregnant. There's the baby in her tummy. So there's world there. So something is being preserved from this, your energy and shifting. And then we have perception. This is about shifting your perception through this and allowing yourself to, you know, see things that you in a different way to maybe how you normally do see them. And not being so resistant. It's like, let's just have it a go. And dependability. So really the only ones we can depend on is ourselves at the end of the day, you know, to create and make the shifts, you know, in our lives that we want. So when I see this card, it's like, yes, there are two energies. There are masculine and a feminine energy there, but it's quite, they are together in one. So it's like finding that balance with your masculine and your feminine energy, because they are there and they are, you know, those parts of you, when we find balance, it's like all is well, whether we're in a relationship or whether we're not in a relationship. So with somebody, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, and all that sort of thing. So anyway, I hope that helps you through this period of time and will make sense to you. But this is kind of it's like everything slowed down for a little bit to reevaluate, re-energize, rejuvenate, reassess, all those things, but also to juvenate, inspire, and assess, okay, as well. Cool. Anyway, like I say, we're going to leave it there right now. So with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. My spiritual team and I, and the Zion energy, as well as the amazing energy of Sagittarius. Bye for now. We'll see you next week. Okay.